Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Tuesday Banger. It's time for the Tuesday Banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Tuesday Banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, man, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, man. I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's all I ask, man. I want y'all to stay out of them cages, man. I don't want y'all to go to the place where I've been to, man. Everybody that been there before, we know we're not trying to go back to that place, man. That was the worst thing we ever went through in our life. And y'all know it, man. Like, I'm talking to the guys that already been locked up before. Like, y'all already know that experience was the worst experience that you ever went through in your life, man. I don't care if you did 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years. It don't matter. Nobody's trying to go back to that reality, man. So that's what I'm trying to save y'all from doing, man. Messing up your life, leaving your family, having to depend on people to take care of you, man. Getting locked up around all the maniacs from your state, man. Going through that situation. I'm trying to keep y'all from that, man. So just turn around everything that you're doing and do the right thing. You have to, man. There's people out here that's counting on you, man. I'm letting you know now. There's people out here that's counting on you, and they need you out here, man. So just stop everything you're doing if it's the wrong thing and just stay out of the way. That's it, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Tuesday Banger Game. So what I need to do with this one. Like, subscribe, this one, y'all. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Never Had a Chance. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are weird people. We are in penitentiary, and crazy things happen all the time, man. I'm letting y'all know now, man. They got people in there, man, that just really kind of just, they can't do what you do. Like, if you someone in there getting money, or if you just got any type of hustle, don't gotta be hustling like narcotics and stuff like that. If you just somebody that's in there doing something that's generating a grind, something that's generating money into your box, money into your pocket, money to the people you sending out on the street, man. Like, you have people in there that wish they was in your shoes, man. They can't do it. And when you have those people that's like that in there, man, they usually try to go and take what you got, man. And you got to go through stuff like that, man. So prison can be dangerous in a lot of ways. If you someone that like to get money and you like, yo, I'm going to try to get money and stay out the way, kind of like what I did, like, there's always going to be problems here and there, man. That's why my stories is problems sometimes, man. But you have people like that in there, y'all. So with that being said, though, we on Sussex 2 for this one, y'all. We on Sussex 2. And I can remember being in 2 building for this one, y'all. We in 2C for this one. And it was crazy because this is around the time kind of like when I first started seeing like motion generate inside our pod. Now, y'all gotta understand, we coming from deep metals. We coming from a receiving where like it wasn't no motion like I really witnessed. People tried their hand here and there, but when I got to Sussex, when I started seeing dudes really try their hand. So like, this is around the time when things is kind of like getting better for inmates as far as being able to get some money in there, man. Like, I can remember it just be times before that. It'll be an old head pop up every now and then with J's for sale, already rolled up game. Like, you will buy that Lala, but like, that's not really the Lala you was looking for. You want to buy like heavy amounts of Lala. So like, those times were starting to come into the penitentiary, man. Like me being a rookie into the penitentiary, I already knew that time was coming, but still though, like I never knew when. So like, this is around the time in 2C when I first started seeing motion, man. But I can remember, man, it was this one dude, man, we're going to call him Zoe, man. Now, Zoe was a young dude. I'm not going to say where Zoe was from. I'm not going to say his city. I'm not going to say none of that word. I'm not. But Zoe was a quiet dude, though. Like, he was a quiet dude. And when he moved in the pod, he kind of like, you know, I will say this, though. He wasn't from Tidewater or Richmond. He wasn't from not one of those parts of Virginia, man. But he was still like a quiet dude. You know what I mean? he wasn't really all that short, you know what I mean? He kind of a little short dude a little bit, man. Kind of a little shorter than me, rather, like. And he really stayed out the way. Like, he was one of those dudes that kind of like kept his shirt tucked in while we was bucking, cursing out the female officers, cursing out COs. Like, he was the one always in the cut. And it won't like he was hanging with us. He just was a dude in the pod that you could kind of see that he had a better head on his shoulder, pause. Like, he was just more quieter, more I'm watching before I react kind of guy. But nevertheless, he still wasn't doing nothing. Like, I didn't pin him from doing nothing, man. So I can remember, man, it was this one dude, man. We're going to call him M. Now, the dude, M, he was an old head. He was another dude that came from another compound. And, you know, he was already experienced over us, man. Like, I want to say he was probably locked up 10, 15 years before he got to sus us with us. But, like, he was already experienced. So he used to be the guy kind of that used to touch a little bit. You know what I mean? He used to touch a little bit. And he won't go in and get the package or had a roller or nothing like that. I think he was just a dude that, you know, I started learning how those dudes were. You always going to have dudes like him in every penitentiary that dudes want to give the work to, because he's always going to get the money off the work. He ain't going to mess the money up. If he do mess the money up, he can cover the money. And dudes just know he can hustle. So, like, dudes will give him the work. And this is how the dude M was. So M was the guy that was in two seat that would pop up and have a little work for sale. Dudes would buy the work, the la-la, whatever the case. Now, I can remember one time that the dude M popped up with some la-la. It was some great la-la, and everybody was talking about it. Like, I can remember everybody was like, yo, y'all tried that junk that M got, man. I was like, nah, what's up with it? It was like, yo, he ain't got it rolled up or nothing. Like, he's selling 2-pack pieces. And them junks was fire, bro. I'm talking about that junk looked like it's lime green. So I'm like, for real. So everybody kind of like, it was the talk of the compound. It was the talk of the pod, the talk of the building. Everybody was talking about it. So I'm just seeing dudes left and right trying to score from him. And that's how it would look in penitentiary back then in the beginning, when it was like scarce slightly, man. Like, you would see like just a rush. That joint looked like Harlem when Denzel Washington pulled up and had the disguise on. He was looking at his business. Man, that's what 2C looked like, man. With people trying to buy la-la everywhere, y'all. So boom. Y'all think I'm joking, man. I promise you, man. It was dudes from 2D coming up there. It was dudes from downstairs coming up there. It was people from everywhere in that building trying to score. And we went on a yard. It was even more mayhem, man. So, like, the dude M wasn't scared of that moment. For one, he didn't do the la-la. He didn't mess with no la-la. He didn't do anything. So he was just looking at this as all profit. So that's all he was doing, was just collecting the bread. That's all he was doing, man, and getting rid of that stuff. So he doing his thing. So I kind of waited till after rec, because I was like, I'm gonna holler when we come back, because I kind of found out while we was on standby. So it wasn't enough time to kind of for me to go talk to this guy. But I really didn't want to talk to him. I never really talked to him anyway. I had nothing against him. You know what I mean? But it was just, you know, I was like, I'm gonna holler at him after we come back. So I hollered at a couple of my guys, see what they had. Dude, I got this, I got that, I got this. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go at him with that, everything. So we came back, I hollered at him. He gave me the count. Was like, yeah, I can do that for you. I told him I had 10 packs. Now that's 10 packs is what I collected from everybody. You know what I mean? So that's basically, you know, probably 5 feezies, 5 decent feezies though. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I was like, yo, I got 10 packs. What you gonna do? He's like, give you a spoon, a bet. You know what I mean? A box used to go for a spoon. You get a spoon for a box back then. A box is 10 packs of cigarettes, the carton game. So like, I did the business with him right there, and bro threw me the spoon. We go upstairs and go mess with the la-la. The la-la turned out to be what everybody was saying, y'all. That junk was gasoline, man. Like, I'm looking at the la-la. The junk was lime green, but you can see like red hairs in it. And this is before Loud Pack, y'all. This is before Loud Pack time. Like, but it had lime green. It was lime green with red hairs. I'll never forget it. Like, the red hairs weren't too visible. You had to really look, or when you break down, you can see it. But the junk was some decent la-la. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. So we all get lit, and it was all cool. So we came down the steps from my cell, because I was in cell 34 still. So when we came down the steps from my cell, we all was in a pod tripping. Dudes over in the corner start rapping. We start going over there, listening to them rap. You know what I mean? We chilling. We young boys. The dude Zoe pull up, man. Dude Zoe pull up. He was like, hey, T White. I was like, what's up? He was like, hey, that joint's on fire. That joint's on fire. I was like, yeah, you ain't had none yet. He was like, nah, that joint everybody hearing is fire though. Like, I was like, nah, that joint decent, bro. He like, I'm about to go cop now. So I seen him go talk to him. He had a conversation with him. Everything that went smooth. He come back. He came over there where we was at. He was like, yo, look, y'all trying to match a jump now. I really didn't hang with the dude Zoe too much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't, like, not saying that because he wasn't from Norfolk, that I didn't want to deal with him or hang with him or nothing like that. It's just that he was kind of like, you know, like too quiet for me. Like, I have ran across dudes like that, the extra quiet dudes. But like, you know, it takes a lot to bring them out of their shell a little bit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, he just wasn't one of my guys. Now, a dude I used to talk to from Norfolk used to holler at him because him and M have been on the spade table together. Him and M has been in another pod together and back to 2C. So like he knew M from there. So him and Zoe used to be in a pod together, and now they back in 2C. So he knew Zoe from there. So like him and Zoe was all right, but they still wasn't dumb type. But Zoe would still come over there and kick it. But dude, my homeboy used to be with us majority of the time. So that's when he came and asked us about the Lala. After he bought it, he pulled up. So he pulled up, he matched the jank. He told us he was trying to match. We like, yeah, we can do that. We matched the junk with him, watching the cypher. We blowing right in the pod game. That's my word. Watching the cypher. Everybody over there rapping. We back that junk getting lit, watching the rap cypher, man. So that date was jive going smooth, man. So like, that's who Zoe was. Zoe was one of them quiet dudes, messing with the la here and there, just like we was. Like I wasn't thinking about no pack. Now don't get me wrong, like hustling was in my bones. It was just at the moment, like getting a package, getting some work, kind of like, you know, if I had the opportunity, I can do it. But I'm just thinking that I don't have no opportunity because I have nobody to bring it. I have nobody to give it to me. So it was like, I was just in there doing time. That's all I was doing, man. So Zoe was kind of on the same time. Meanwhile, the dude M is making a killing. The dude M has made so much food and freaking zooms and whams and tobacco and Newports and Black and Miles, man. The man can do whatever he want, man. I'm telling you, man, like when you got good stuff up there, people is coming to buy it, man. There's 80 people in each pod. So just imagine how every pod, 20% of the people that mess with Lala coming to spend money. That's a lot of bread that's piling up, man. So the dude M got right. I ain't gonna lie, man. So the dude M, he did his thing in the pod for a while. I ain't gonna lie, like he was in the pod. He kept us alive in there a little bit. Not like that, what you thinking. I'm talking about as far as like kept us alive with the Lala because like, you know, like I got to the point where I started messing with it like that because I never really messed with the Lala too crazy on the street. I used to sell the Lala on the street. Then I started messing with it. Every blue, I'll mess with it. But I wasn't an everyday Lala person on the street. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like I became a real Lala head from penitentiary. And it started in 2C because like right after this, my homeboy ended up coming up there and it was really crazy up there. But like before that though, like around this time, it was like more like I started spending a lot of money on it. I started seeing that, when I go to commissary, I'm owing dudes money from buying the Lala. You know what I mean? Like, I owe $15, man. Hey, you know what I mean? All off sticks, all off trying to buy the Lala. So like I used to kind of get it. Like I used to mess with the Lala crazy because the Lala used to take me out of penitentiary. I probably said this before, like, but back then in the beginning, being a 20-year-old dude in penitentiary was still got over 15 years to serve. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more like, I need that stuff, man. I needed to kind of like keep me sane. It makes me think better. Like, it was just a lot about it that I used to like. So like, I got used to it. And the dude M used to make sure it stayed in the pod. I told y'all he didn't deal with it, but he made sure it stayed in the pod. M wasn't no bad dude either. He'll work with you to commissary because he already knew what was going on. But the whole time, M was getting that bread. M was getting that bread. Now, M roommate was a cool dude. And he wasn't from Norfolk. He was from Portsmouth, but he used to kind of like be out in Norfolk. So he dealt with both sides. He would deal with Norfolk dudes, Portsmouth dudes, and he was a little bit older. So he was one of those dudes that really wasn't geographical. Like, you know, he dealt with his Portsmouth dudes, but he dealt with Norfolk dudes too because he lived out in Norfolk and Portsmouth. So he used to talk to us and to the Portsmouth dudes. But this is who the dude M. Selly was. So like, if it ever really got tight and you ain't really got nothing like to really like, man, I'm gonna go holler at bro roommate, which is the dude M roommate, and be like, I'm gonna go through him because M would give him anything. So it was like, everybody used to be straight in there. That's basically the picture I'm painting for y'all. Like everybody was okay around this time. Like we had somebody there that can get the Lala. We in there buying the Lala and we messing with the Lala. So like everything was going smooth, man. But it was crazy because the dude M roommate, the guy from Norfolk, like, I don't know what was going on, but like you would see sometimes every blue moon, you would see him, Zoe, and the dude M going to the cell together. They were going to M cell, but M slept in cell 21, which was all the way in the back, in the bottom tier, which was close to 22 by the back door. But like you would see them going there, like, but you would just be thinking that he going to, like, Zoe probably going to make a play or whatever the case. But one day they was in there and it was like a big argument. It was a major argument, kind of like, and you know, we all out in the pod, like when dudes in they cell arguing, like sometimes like you won't stop because you want to hear what's going on because you just nosy. Plus you want to be on point about everything that's going on around you and your surroundings. So like we hearing them argue, but it's coming from cell 21. So you hear like, but I hear my bro voice, the bro from Norton, bro that be Portsmouth and Norfolk. So I hear his voice, he's like, nah, man, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. Dude, lame, man. That's lame right there, man. That's whack right there, man. That's whack right there. So we seen the door open like they had it jammed up. Poosh. You see my bro come out. He come out the joint. When he come out, you see M come behind him. Then you see Zoe come behind M. So they all come out the cell. So the dude M going after the bro from Norfolk and Portsmouth, walking behind him. So he pull up on him, he talking to him, he like, nah, that's whack, man, nah. Zoe like, man, so you see him like, man, calm down. So Zoe walked up saying something, kind of like, I don't know what he was saying, but like, he walked up and said something to the dude. So M told him back up, you know what I mean? And he started talking to the dude himself. So after he finished talking to the dude, like, you know, we couldn't wait to be like, yo, what happened when you was about to fight? Yo, Sully, like, what was that about? Like, we didn't know what was going on, because it was like, Zoe is too quiet. Zoe ain't into nothing. So, like, you never thought that, you know what I mean? He was probably arguing with Zoe. So he was like, nah, I'm good, man. I ain't trying to talk about it. Man. We like, man, you good though, bro? Like, he was like, man, yeah, that junk crazy, man, junk crazy. So he just left it alone. He didn't say nothing to us about what he was upset about or nothing. But the next day, I guess after he kind of slept on it, like, you know, he seen us. And, you know, we never really seen bro out of his square like that. You know, we knew he wasn't no slouch. But to see dude out of his square like that, we knew it had to be something, you know what I mean? It had to be something crazy. So he seen us. When he seen us, he was like, yo, look. He was like, yo, look, my bad, man. So we like, yo, we good, you good, man. We just making sure you was straight. Cause, you know, we rock with him. Like, we gonna rock with him and everything. Cause I know he'll rock for us. So we like, nah, we was just making sure you was straight. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, everything good. And some homeboy was like, what was you beefing with your roommate for though? What was that about? He was like, nah. He was like, look, I'm gonna holler at y'all. We go outside. We're like, for real, you good though, bro? He was like, yeah. So they call outside rec. So we all go outside. It was a nice day. It's probably like June. You know what I mean? Summer just hit kind of like, so everybody went outside. You know, so when we get out there, he was like, yo, what's good? Because we really thought it was a problem going on with bro. You know what I mean? We was like, what's going on, bro? You know what I mean? My old homeboy is old. He like, what's up? We trying to really get to the bottom of this stuff. So he like, nah, I'm good. He was like, but nah. He was like, it's crazy because look, man. He was like, my celly about to get transferred, right? He was like, man, that old coward nigga, man. Old coward. He was like, who? He was like, man, Zoe, man. I was like, Zoe? What Zoe do to you? He was like, man, Zoe the one getting that pack the whole time. Like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, look, he go over there jump. His girl bring him the la every time in the V room. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. Like, you know, like, I'm just getting used to like hearing this type of talk, like, you know, V room and all of this. I know what's happening, but like, you know, I'm like, for real, bro? He like, yeah. So we like, what I got to do with you? He was like, my roommate about to get transferred. He got my roommate selling all the stuff. So I told him, let me sell the stuff. He was like, nah, he about to just shut it down. He about to just shut it down. Because he ain't, you know what I mean? He don't want. So I was like, he about to shut it down. He like, yeah, it's like he don't trust me or something. That's what we were arguing about when he said it. That nigga a coward though, man. I'm telling you, So my homeboy just going off. He just snapping out about this. But he's feeling like the dude Zoe's supposed to like let him, you know what I mean? He's supposed to let him work. He's supposed to let him do his thing, man. You know what I mean? I'm kind of feeling the same way on the low, but I don't know what type of relationship him and M had. I don't know what was going on, man. But at the end of the day, man, my homeboy needed to get in that car, y'all. So boom. And I'm saying that because the ball got to keep rolling. I got to keep messing with the la-la. Like, I don't need the la-la stopping, man. We had a consistent thing going on in our pod, and I'm trying to keep it going on. Y'all know how I like the la-la. So I'm more like, yo, like, that's crazy. He ain't trying to let you. He like, nah. I'm like, bro, holla. He want us to holla. He like, nah. I don't want to. Like, I told his business. He was like, because you know he's spinning everybody. I said, yo. So the whole time, M, that stuff, M was getting that lime green stuff that come from bro. He was like, yeah, you know where bro from? Like, he said where bro from. He was like, he get that jump. Man. I think his peoples be growing and all of that. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So like, on the low, I was kind of happy for Zoe, y'all. Like, I was happy that Zoe won't just no in the way dude. He was a thinker. Like, he was quiet, but he was a thinker. And like, little by little, I would pick pieces up from different dudes that I've done time with, man. Like, he was the very first dude. And when I say very first, he was the very first dude that I met on Sussex 2 that spun everybody. Now, did I feel mad about him spinning me? No. Because around this time right here, I'm feeling like, yo, like, for real, 2C was so violent. 2C can get violent. Like, the people that they brought in from other camps, like, you got to be on point. Bro wasn't my main guy. But at the end of the day, I felt like he had to keep himself safe. Keeping himself safe was very important, man. So I kind of understood what Zoe was doing, man. So I just sat back and just kind of took notes and was like, yo, that's crazy the whole time. Zoe getting money on the low, but he's spending it like he buying it and everything. I was like, that's a conversation for another time, but I'm not hating on bro. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it. So I was like, man, that was a crazy dilemma for my homeboy to be in, though, that he wasn't going to be the one to step up and take over for his roommate. Why? That he didn't trust my homeboy? I don't know those answers, man. But at the end of the day, that's what Zoe was saying. Zoe wasn't going to deal with him, man. So I say probably about 2 weeks later, Zoe popped one more time. And then like a week later, that's when M got transferred and they called him to pack up. And M was out of there, man. M was gone, man. M got transferred, man. He was one of the first dudes to not like to get off Sussex 2. But like I told y'all, he was already a veteran. He was already somebody that was already bitten. He knew what to do. He knew how to get off the compound. He didn't care about staying on Sussex 2. Like, he just trying to stay charge free, which he wasn't a dude to catch charges anyway. We was in there catching all the charges. So bro was gone. Bro went to a lower level. You know what I mean? So now Zoe was in that Joe Dolo, man. So it was like, it was crazy because like my homeboy, you would think that my homeboy would try some old BS, man. But right after M got transferred, man, like that following Tuesday, my homeboy signed up for the kitchen and he went to one building. So it was like he was out of there, man. So like it won't really nobody now. I'll be lying to y'all if I tell y'all I wasn't thinking about stepping up to be the next Huckleberry, the one that was getting to that bag, you know what I mean? But I ain't want bro to be like I was telling his business. I gave my bro my word that I wasn't gonna tell his business, you know what I mean? And like me going up to Zoe, that'd be telling the business, man. So like Zoe kind of like he stuck to his word. Like it was no more la. Now he got us chasing all over the park compound trying to find all this garbino. And like I felt like that was crazy, man. Like, you know, that's what I felt like. I felt like he should keep getting money. Now I can't make him get money. I just felt like he should keep getting money, man. But that didn't even matter to him, man. Like for real, I guess he looked at it like it was nobody in there for real from his city like that. He was flying under the radar with him. And it was like, you know, it's over with. It's a wrap. And that's how he looked at it, man. Now, why he looking at it like that, y'all? I do not know those answers, man. So boom. So I'll say like a week later, man, out of nowhere, they bring this kind of tall, cut up, dark skinned dude, brown skinned dude in the block. And like, when he came in the block, it was like, for real, he was a loner. Like I told y'all can tell who's from where, who knows who off the top when you come into the penitentiary. But he came in and didn't really know nobody, man, until somebody was like, yo, you know, he from your city. And they pointed out Zoe. Now, Zoe was always a loner, you know what I mean? Like, Zoe always been a loner, but like now, I felt like the show might kick back up because I'm looking at dude. Dude looked like he been down for a second, not long, but he looked like he had experience in bitten. He looked like he done been in maniac situations. He looked like he probably got money on the street. He just looked like one of those type of people. He was kind of cut up, you know what I mean? Had the fresh baldy game, and he just was one of them little like sneaky looking guys, you know? Now that didn't really mean nothing to me though, but I was just hoping that maybe Zoe would feel like now he got somebody on his squad that he can kick the, you know what I mean? Kick it back open, man. That's what I'm thinking. So dude come in, he seen Zoe. I guess he didn't know Zoe because he been down so long, but he went over there, introduced himself, and he started talking. You know what I mean? So when he started talking, like, you know, Zoe talking to him like everything was normal. Everything was all cool. Everything was straight. So it was like, I guess I'm assuming Zoe didn't like expose kind of like what he be doing, which he shouldn't though, because he don't know this dude, you know what I mean? We're gonna call this dude Reggie, man. Now, Reggie, he was kind of like off top. He didn't give off like major aggressive type of vibes, but he gave off like I'm here type of presence, you know what I mean? Like it was like that, like, you know, dudes come in blocks. And they don't, so a lot of dudes don't want to come in and show that they on some old, you got some dudes that run to their towns and be around them dudes, or you got some dudes that hold it down dolo, but showing you like how they standing, how they looking at, I ain't scared, I ain't new. Like it be all type of different looks and disguises that people be doing. That's what Reggie did, man. But he went over there to talk to bro. Like I said, I don't think the conversation was about getting no money or nothing like that. But after he left him, he went to go talk to another dude. Now, another dude he went to go talk to, he used to rock with my man that got moved to the kitchen block. Now he talking to him one-on-one. So after he talked to him one-on-one, like, I don't know what had happened, but like when we was sitting there, they was like by the steps. It was like close to by the steps. Zoe's cell was like cell 13. That's right by the shower, but the steps is not far from him. So he used to go talk to this other dude that was in 16 that was right behind the steps. So we sitting on the steps. We sitting on the steps like this. It's like four of us. We sitting on the steps chilling, just talking. The dude come from talking to another dude. The dude Reggie come from talking to another guy. And he walked straight up on the dude on Zoe. And when he walked up on the dude, Zoe, that's all you heard, y'all, on everything. He was like, man, what's up, man? Let's get back to the money, man.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.